"Let me back in, or the war continues." According to explosive reports, that was the silent ultimatum Prince Harry effectively delivered to the palace this week. He thought he was offering a concession, a promise to stop suing the press in exchange for his royal job back. But he made a fatal miscalculation. He thought he was negotiating with a father who misses him. Instead, he ran straight into a brother who is reportedly furious. While King Charles may seek peace, Prince William has reportedly stepped in as the monarchy's enforcer. Sources suggest the Prince of Wales views this half-in offer not as a peace treaty, but as a toxic infection, and frankly, as blackmail. William has looked at the battlefield and issued what insiders are calling a permanent ban. Why is he so angry? Because the palace has reportedly seen the files from the High Court. They know that Harry's legal crusade has descended into a dirty war involving allegations of dishonesty, fraud, and conspiracy. Do not click away, because in the next few minutes, we are going to expose the secret debt that is terrifying the Duke of Sussex. We will reveal the identity of the convicted criminal Harry allegedly put on his payroll, and why William has decided that protecting the crown means locking his brother out forever. The evidence is damning, and the verdict is in. To understand why Prince William issued a permanent ban, we have to ask the uncomfortable question that the mainstream media is ignoring. Why now? Why, after 4 years of attacking his family, is Prince Harry suddenly offering to return as a royal reserve? His camp claims he misses the structure, the salutes, and the VIP lanes. They claim he wants to help his sick father. But inside the Duchy of Cornwall, Prince William's financial analysts have reportedly identified a different driver. It isn't nostalgia. It is a litigation liquidity crisis. We are uncovering evidence of a secret debt that is quietly strangling the Montecito dream. Prince Harry entered his dirty war against the British press, believing it would be a crusade that paid for itself. He thought he would win massive payouts, millions of pounds in damages that would fund his lifestyle and vindicate his anger. But the reality of the High Court is brutal. Litigation is a game for billionaires, not millionaires, and Harry is bleeding cash. Legal experts estimate that Harry's multi-front war against the publishers is costing him a fortune in upfront legal fees. We are not just talking about the £5,000 a month payments to investigators like Graham Johnson. We are talking about retainers for top-tier King's Counsel lawyers, filing fees, and the catastrophic costs of discovery, sifting through millions of emails. This is what financial insiders call a cash burn rate that is unsustainable. Harry is spending liquid cash to chase a theoretical payout that might never come. And worse, if he loses as he did in his battle over police protection, he is liable for the other side's legal costs too. This is where the secret debt comes in. Sources suggest that the pressure in Montecito is reaching a boiling point. The Netflix money is not an infinite spring. The Spotify deal is dead. Yet, the overheads remain terrifying. The $14 million mortgage, the private travel, and the crushing $3 million a year security bill. By offering to return as a royal reserve, Harry wasn't offering a helping hand. He was looking for a financial life raft. Think about the logic. If Harry returns to royal duties, even part-time, the argument for taxpayer-funded security becomes viable again. If he is serving the king, the British public potentially picks up the tab for his bodyguards. That instantly frees up millions in his personal budget to pay his debts to the lawyers. Prince William saw right through this. He realized that Harry's peace dossier was actually a business proposal disguised as an apology. Harry needs the royal connection, not because he loves the institution, but because he can no longer afford to be independent of it. He is trying to get the monarchy to subsidize the very dirty war he is waging. But William has closed the checkbook, and without that royal bailout, Harry is left alone with his mounting bills and a legal strategy that is about to backfire spectacularly. Because the only thing more expensive than paying a lawyer is paying a lawyer to defend you against fraud. If the secret debt was the financial reason for the ban, then the dirty war is the moral reason. For 4 years, Prince Harry has preached from his Californian pulpit about the need to clean up the British media. He has positioned himself as a solitary crusader, a dragon slayer fighting against the dragons of misinformation and unethical practices. He claims his mission is to save the world from the very tactics that he believes destroyed his mother's life. But Prince William, the royal family's new enforcer, has reportedly looked at the methods Harry is using to fight this war, and he is disgusted. What William sees is not a noble crusade, but a descent into a murky swamp. To fight his dirty war, the Duke of Sussex has reportedly aligned himself with characters so nefarious that their association threatens to stain the royal crest forever. We have to look at the specific evidence that has caused such fury within the Duchy of Cornwall. Reports have confirmed a stunning fact that shatters Harry's moral high ground. His legal team engaged a man named Graham Johnson. Who is Graham Johnson? He is not a whistleblower. He is not a saint. He is a convicted phone hacker and a former journalist for the disgraced News of the World. This is not a tabloid rumor. It is a matter of public record. Johnson is a man with a criminal history for the very crime Harry claims to hate most: invading privacy. Yet, the hypocrisy revealed in the financial records is suffocating. Harry's team reportedly put this convicted criminal on a monthly retainer of £5,000 plus expenses to dig up dirt for their case. Let that sink in for a moment. Prince Harry, the man who says the press destroyed his life through hacking and intrusion, is paying a convicted phone hacker thousands of pounds to win his lawsuit. He is effectively funding the very industry of illegal information gathering that he claims to be dismantling. To Prince William, this is the ultimate betrayal of values. The king knows that you cannot claim to be a champion of ethics while paying thousands of pounds to men with criminal records. By relying on actual criminals to fight his battles, Harry has, as one commentator brutally noted, chosen to get in the mud with the pigs. He has traded his royal dignity for a win at any cost. Furthermore, Harry has aligned himself with organizations like Byline Times, which critics have labeled a truly corrupted organization accused of conspiring to destroy reputations. He is not just fighting the tabloids, he is partnering with the dark arts of the media world to do it. This is the dirty war that King Charles refuses to support. William realizes that if the monarchy welcomes Harry back now, they are validating these tactics. They would be tacitly approving of a royal prince, paying criminals to hunt for evidence. The permanent ban is William's way of saying that the end does not justify the means. Harry thinks he is a warrior fighting for truth, but the palace views him as a man who has lost his moral compass. And unfortunately for Harry, hiring a fixer like Graham Johnson was just the beginning. Because another key player in this dirty war, a man Harry counted on as his star witness, has just flipped the script, and his testimony is about to turn this civil case into a potential criminal nightmare. If hiring a convicted phone hacker was a moral failure, what happened next was a legal catastrophe. Prince William's decision to issue a permanent ban wasn't just about who Harry hired. It was about the explosive allegations now detonating in the High Court. To understand the gravity of the situation, we must introduce a man named Gavin Burrows. For months, Burrows was touted as Prince Harry's star witness. He was the private investigator who was supposed to deliver the smoking gun evidence that would bring down the Daily Mail and vindicate Harry's crusade. Harry's entire legal strategy relied heavily on Burrows' testimony to prove that the tabloids had targeted him illegally. But in a plot twist that rivals any Hollywood thriller, the star witness has flipped. In a shocking development, Gavin Burrows has turned against the Duke of Sussex's legal team. He has filed a bombshell claim, alleging that a key witness statement submitted to the court bearing his name was a forgery. You heard that correctly. Burrows alleges that he never signed the document that Harry's team presented as evidence. He claims his signature was faked. This is the moment the case shifted from a civil dispute about privacy into the terrifying realm of potential criminal conduct. We are no longer just talking about aggressive litigation. We are talking about allegations of dishonesty, fraud, and conspiracy leveled against the team representing a prince of the realm. The accusations suggest that a misleading email chain was deliberately created and that payments were made for sworn evidence. But the story gets darker. Burrows hasn't just disowned the evidence. He claims he is being hunted. His lawyers have stated that Burrows has been subjected to a blatant attempt to intimidate him on the eve of the trial. The situation has become so volatile that Burrows reportedly fears for his physical safety and has requested to give his evidence remotely from a concealed location. Think about the optics of this. A witness in a case involving the king's son is reportedly hiding in a safe house because he is terrified of the tactics being used against him. Before we analyze how Prince William reacted to this specific nightmare, I want to take a brief moment to connect with you, our loyal viewers. These stories of truth, justice, and power resonate with people all over the world, and I sincerely hope that you and your families are safe, happy, and in good health today. I am always fascinated to see how far these royal ripples travel. Are you watching from the historic streets of London, the busy avenues of New York, or perhaps a quiet town in the countryside? Please, formally state your city and country in the comments below. It is a privilege to have you with us on this investigation. Now, back to the crisis. When news of the forgery allegation reached the Duchy of Cornwall, insiders say Prince William realized the dirty war had crossed a red line. Allegations of fraud and witness intimidation are radioactive. If a judge finds that Harry's team knowingly or unknowingly submitted forged documents to the High Court, the consequences are nuclear. The case is built on sand and could collapse instantly. But for William, the enforcer, the concern isn't just about Harry losing a lawsuit. It is about the contamination of the monarchy. How can the royal family maintain its dignity when its members are associated with a legal team accused of behaving like organized crime? This is why the ban is permanent. William knows that Harry is sitting on a poisoned chalice, and he knows that if Harry takes the stand to defend these alleged forgeries, he isn't just risking his reputation. He is walking straight into a constitutional trap that could strip him of his last remaining power. To the casual observer, this dirty war looks like a celebrity scandal. But to Prince William and the constitutional experts advising the king, it has morphed into something far more dangerous: a constitutional crisis. This is the part of the story the mainstream media often misses, but it is the primary reason why the permanent ban had to be issued. We have to look beyond the family drama and focus on the law. Despite his exile in California, Prince Harry currently remains a counselor of state. This is not a ceremonial title. It is a vital constitutional role that authorizes him to stand in for King Charles and sign official state papers if the monarch is incapacitated. It is a position that demands absolute integrity and a clean legal standing. And this is where the poisoned chalice of Harry's lawsuit becomes fatal. Prince William has reportedly realized a terrifying truth. How can the monarchy allow a man accused of conspiring with criminals to act as a deputy for the king? The allegations leveled against Harry's legal team are not minor procedural errors. They are accusations of dishonesty, fraud, and conspiracy. The opposition has argued in court that Harry's case relies on misleading email chains and payments for sworn evidence. If Harry were to exercise his powers as a counselor of state while these allegations of fraud are swirling around him, it would contaminate the entire legal authority of the crown. But the trap goes deeper. Legal experts are warning of a second, even more immediate danger: the perjury trap. Harry is expected to take the stand to defend his claims. As our sources have pointed out, one lie: Harry, and you're a perjurer. In the United Kingdom, perjury is not just a mistake, it is a criminal offense that carries a prison sentence. The royals are reportedly terrified because they know Harry's limitations. They know that under the pressure of cross-examination by ruthless forensic lawyers, Harry is intellectually weak. His version of my truth often differs from the objective truth. If Harry contradicts himself on the stand, or if he is proven to have relied on the forged documents alleged by Gavin Burrows, he could face a criminal investigation. Imagine the catastrophe of a counselor of state a potential regent being investigated for perjury or fraud. It would be a disaster that makes the Oprah interview look like a tea party. Prince William, acting as the enforcer, is looking at this scenario and seeing an existential threat. He knows that Harry is now radioactive. This is why the permanent ban is not personal. It is protective. William is effectively arguing that Harry's position has become untenable. The king cannot risk inviting Harry back into the fold, because any association with him now brings the murky swamp of these legal battles right to the palace gates. Harry thought he was using the law to force his father's hand. Instead, he has walked into a trap where his own legal aggression has disqualified him from duty. And while Harry is stuck in this legal quicksand, fighting for his reputation, Prince William has made a strategic decision to ensure the world knows exactly who is winning. He hasn't issued a press release. He hasn't leaked a story. He has simply gone to work, using a psychological tactic so effective it renders Harry completely invisible. While Prince Harry digs in the dirt of the legal system, his brother William is reaching for the sky, quite literally. To fully understand the devastation of the permanent ban, we must look away from the toxic courtrooms of London and turn our eyes to the open fields, where the future of the monarchy is actually operating. Prince William, the enforcer, knows that the best revenge is not a press release. It is success. And this week, the Prince and Princess of Wales executed a masterclass in what we call the strategic contrast. They didn't hire a lawyer. They simply went to work. The contrast could not be sharper. At the exact moment, Harry was reportedly dragging the family name through the mud with allegations of fraud and conspiracy, Prince William was photographed doing something incredibly grounding. He was visiting a farm, wearing a simple flat cap, pruning trees with his bare hands. This image is powerful psychological warfare. On one side, you have a prince obsessed with his truth, relying on phone hackers and legal tricks. On the other, you have the future king, hands in the dirt, highlighting the work of the farming community people, who are often forgotten. William is showing that duty is about serving others, not serving subpoenas. He is dealing with real life, while Harry is dealing with old grudges. But if William brought the grounding, Catherine brought the effortless glamour. While the media swirled with rumors of Harry's peace dossier, the Princess of Wales hosted a full-fat Windsor Castle reception for the British women's rugby team, the Red Roses. But it wasn't just the event that made headlines. It was her demeanor. Observers noted a stunning detail that destroys the Sussex narrative of a stiff monarchy. The Princess of Wales drove herself to Windsor Castle. She stepped out wearing a sharp Alexander McQueen suit and stilettos, an iconic look. But what truly captured the heart of the public was the simplicity. She was seen casually walking in with a brolly, an umbrella in hand, protecting herself from the rain. There were no airs and graces, no drama. She was just graceful, kind, and sporting a big grin on her face. This is the Grey Rock method in action. For those unfamiliar with the term, the Grey Rock strategy is a psychological method used to deal with narcissists or drama seekers. The goal is to become as uninteresting and unresponsive as a gray rock. You do not feed the drama. You simply exist, solid and unbothered. William and Catherine have effectively turned into granite. As royal expert Tom Sykes noted, they flooded the zone with keep calm and carry on vibes. They refused to be distracted from their duties by Harry's controversial court case. By engaging with the Red Roses and the farmers, they sent a silent message to Harry. We are busy celebrating champions and workers. You are busy hanging out with criminals. The brilliance of this strategy is that it renders Harry irrelevant. Harry thrives on conflict. He needs a reaction to fuel his narrative of victimhood. But William and Catherine don't even seem to care about him anymore. They are indifferent to him. This indifference is the ultimate punishment. It shows the world that the monarchy never needed Harry and Meghan to survive. As one commentator brutally put it, Harry and Meghan are now insignificant. They were barely in the royal family long enough to scratch the surface, with Harry's full-time working career lasting only about 2 years before Meghan arrived. Now, they are becoming little more than an ink blot in the history pages. The King and the Prince of Wales don't need to issue a denial about Harry's peace dossier. Their schedule is their denial, while the royals are safe on the castle ramparts, looking right past him. Harry is left alone in the mud, and unfortunately for the Duke, the ground beneath his feet is about to give way entirely, because having failed to get the reaction he wanted, Harry must now face the final judgment of his own actions. As the heavy oak doors of the palace bolt shut, we are left with a tragedy of Shakespearean proportions. Prince Harry gambled everything on a dirty war and a secret peace dossier. He believed that he could force his way back into the fold through threats and legal maneuvering. But he forgot the most fundamental rule of power. You cannot negotiate with the crown when your hands are dirty. This story isn't just about a lawsuit or a family feud. It is a profound lesson on integrity. Harry claimed he wanted to clean up the media, a noble goal. Yet, to achieve it, he was willing to align himself with convicted criminals and descend into a murky swamp of alleged fraud and intimidation. He proved that the road to hell is indeed paved with good intentions and bad company. Prince William hasn't acted out of cruelty. He has exiled his brother out of necessity. He realized that you cannot invite someone back into the family who brings the pigs of the underworld with him. Harry wanted to be a hero. Instead, he became a cautionary tale. Reputation takes a lifetime to build, but only one dirty alliance to destroy. Now, the final judgment belongs to you. Do you think King Charles and Prince William should take the final step and strip Harry of his remaining titles to protect the monarchy from these fraud allegations? Vote your verdict in the comments. Type yes if you think the crown must cut all ties and strip the titles. Type no if you think he deserves one last chance to redeem himself. If you believe that character matters more than titles, please hit that like button. It helps us stand for the truth. And do not forget to subscribe to Legacy's Edge and ring the bell. Because when the judge delivers the final verdict on this dirty war, you will want to be here to see the fallout. The king has spoken. The door is closed. I'll see you in the next investigation.